global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
YouTube channel. Some few hours ago, the verdict of the tribunal between the person of Hope Uzodinma, Imo State Governor Achonu, and Athan Achonu of Labour Party, who happened to be the gubernatorial aspirant of Labour Party, and of course PDP. The verdict was out where they stated that Uzodinma is the legitimate governor of Imo State and his tenure is legit. Of course, Achonu have said to react to this, and what he's saying is quite interesting. In fact, Nigerians are wondering what is going on. I'm going to give you the full details in a jiffy, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Now, the candidate of the Labour Party and People's Democratic Party in November 11 gubernatorial election in Imo State, Senator Athan Achonu and Senator Samuel Anyanwu respectively have vowed to pursue their cases against the Election Petition Tribunal verdict in favor of Governor Hope Uzodinma to a logical conclusion, even if it means up to the Supreme Court. At press conference in Abuja just a few hours ago, Achonu said he received the judgment with so much sadness and disappointment. The tribunal had in its judgment dismissed my petition, stated that I was unable to prove that there was substantial non-compliance with the Electoral Act in the conduct of the 11th November 2023 Imo State governorship election. According to the tribunal, my inability to prove that there was substantial non-compliance with the Electoral Act in that election stemmed up from my non-production of the beavers machine before the tribunal. Let me emphasize that this judgment has not in any way whittled down my belief in democracy and the judicial process of our dear country, Nigeria. It has rather, unlike the past ones, emboldened me to insist on the right thing be done. Enough is enough. I will do everything legally possible to challenge the judgment on appeal up to the Supreme Court. I'm very optimistic that justice will be served in the long run because there are still upright and courageous and incorruptible justices in our judiciary. Furthermore, I am going to seek for an order of mandamus compelling the Attorney General of the Federation to proceed against the several INEC officials and officers and coalition returning officers who have been guilty of electoral offences and are walking the street free while Nigerians are wallowing in poverty and insecurity, which was occasioned by the act. During the build-up to the November 11 governorship election, insecurity was used to unleash terror and brutality on political opponents. I narrowly escaped assassination from his men who tried to stop me from attending a church program at Obizena in Owerri North local government area. We defied all those terror and intimidation to campaign in the entire 27 local government areas and 305 wards, including Omoma, Hope Uzodinma's ward and hometown. Then after taking all this risk and mobilizing people to come out and vote, he thinks he can steal their votes and mandate with connivance with INEC, and now the tribunal, it will not happen. Never. We will not allow that to stand. I am going to pursue this case up to the Supreme Court to recover our people's mandate, and I strongly believe that the final outcome will strengthen our electoral jurisprudence. He said besides the fact that the production of the beavers machine before the tribunal was the responsibility of INEC, both as a party to the petition and as a public institution, he had endeavored to ensure that the beavers was brought before the tribunal by obtaining an order from the same tribunal compelling INEC to produce the beavers machine before the tribunal. Also reacting, the state chairman of the PDP, Sir Chidi Dike, who briefed journalists aware, has said that the judges of the election tribunal did not base their judgment on the facts and evidence presented before them. He also disclosed that the state party would appeal the tribunal judgment at the appeal court. We state in unmistakable terms that the population of Imo electorate rejected the candidate of APC and placed their confidence in PDP following the abysmal performance of APC in Imo State. He went further. He said the peace-loving people of Imo State had before the poll expressed their tiredness and loss of confidence in the governance of APC and yearned for a change, which they trooped out en masse in November to further elucidate, but their efforts were thwarted by INEC and their officials. Those are the words of both PDP official and Labour Party gubernatorial aspirant Achonu, and he's saying He's not going to let his guards down. It's not done yet. He's still going to take this matter to the supreme level. And he believes that the tribunal did not do justice to it, judging the fact that the evidence is lying everywhere. And he believes that INEC too also did quite a lot of harm to his judgment. But he still believes, regardless of what happens, that democracy will still stand tall in the country. Personal, this is my personal opinion on the issue of Achonu. While Labour Party believes that he deserves to be the governor, the likes of PDP believes that this looks like history trying to repeat itself. If there's anything Achonu should have known or recognized, it's the party he's following. Someone have done this before, the person of Peter Obi. There's nothing he didn't do. Atiku Abubakar followed that same route too. There's nothing he didn't do. The both of them didn't do. But it all came to naught, like one would say. Now you're calling on INEC, you're calling on the APC ruling body, so to speak, because those who are sitting in as the ministers are under the auspices and command of the ruling party, who are in the federal level, have federal might. And the person you are trying to hoist out here is an APC governor. And you are saying that you are calling the AGF to other of our mandamos to do the needful. Who will obey that order? Let's be real here. Let's be very practical here. Do you honestly see the president removing an APC governor from Imo State? That's one leg in Southeast. Southeast is, I think, the weakest point for APC. They don't have much stronghold in APC. Much stronghold in Southeast. I think Imo State is literally the only one. Yeah, thereabout, yes. Imo State is the only southeastern state that they have. For Anambra is ABGA. For Abia is Labour Party. For Enugu is PDP. So why would the president, indulge you by doing whatever it is to hoist out his one stronghold in Southeast? I don't see it happening. But if it's just a case of following something to a logical conclusion, okay, Achonu can be our guest, you can go ahead. But if you ask me, I see him personally. I would just say, prepare your home, prepare your house. 2027, go again, but this time around, we're to ask together. But if you still want to go to the conclusion, I guess our lawyers are smiling to the back. That's where we're going to wrap it up. We could go on and on this matter, but I just this personal opinion. But for PDP also, I don't see them going to the level of Supreme Court. Who's going to foot the bills? Well, what do I know? Our politicians are super rich. Those are people who political career, the career path they take is something that every politician around the world is envious of the Nigerian politician, because it's a full career that can make you never be poor in life if you follow that route. How that is possible, I have no idea. But this is exactly the reality on ground. So let's see how this plays out to this level of Supreme Court. I guess they just want to fulfill all righteousness. For me, I'm already seeing a dead end. I'm not being pessimistic, I'm only being realistic, judging from the antecedent of what we have seen in Peter Obi versus INEC, APC, PDP, and joining of other issues. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on this drama unfolding? Do have a nice time. God bless you.
Global happenings today. We communicate.